Hello everyone, my name is Sark and welcome back to another Demoniacal Fit action figure review. In today's video, we're going to be taking out the one and only, the legendary Berserker, BROLY. We finally have here the Demoniacal Fit BROLY, and my god does he look glorious to say the least. I am actually super excited for this guy, mostly because pretty much every single company is releasing their BROLY iteration. We have Beast Deities coming out as well very soon over here in the States. I know some people already have them, but I paid a decent price in 5K toys and I wasn't going to pay any extra. But I paid for this guy like $66, which is not bad. And then we have the $90 BROLY, that is the 40th anniversary edition of Tamashii Nations. So there is that. So without further ado, let's take this bad boy out and see how he looks. Alright, so here we have the behemoth himself, BROLY, or not BROLY for those that are wondering. And this guy stands at a whopping 9 inches to the top of his hair. That is actually quite insane. Just to give you another measurement, it is around 23 centimeters, which again, very big figure. And I like that. I like my BROLYs big. Big BROLYs. I love them. Here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Full Power Goku. You can definitely tell how much he towers over them. So this BROLY is pretty much already size accurate, and I'm already very scared of how the Beast Deities BROLY is going to look because I've seen some pictures. I didn't think he was going to be that big, not going to lie. He is huge. That's like actual demon BROLY type of like just looks as a whole. So when it comes to this BROLY specifically, this Demoniacal Fit BROLY, I've been testing him out a little bit, and I've heard a couple of complaints, and I have my own complaints as well. But also, he has a little bit of weird engineering that I didn't know was a thing until now. I know this is pretty much just a remold for Demoniacal Fit to create their own BROLY as well. So you heard that just now with the foot. That's one thing that I'm gonna complain a little bit. So in terms of everything else, like, he looks really good. Like, there's a really nice wash on the pants and also the draping of the sort of like skirt area. And the muscles are very well defined. Like, he actually looks good. Yeah, he's like bubbly muscles, which is okay in my opinion. I don't think it's the biggest deal whatsoever. I don't know why everything is just so wobbly right now. But at the same time, I think he looks really good. The faces is something that they themselves sort of mentioned that they updated, which I actually really like. I'll show the faces once we get into the accessories more, but this face is really well done. It looks 10 times better than the official BROLY, which is something to say. Like, that's something to say, honestly. Like, honestly, I am repeating myself. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Am I even a review channel at this point? Oh my god. But yeah, this is sort of like my first go at the original BROLY. It's pretty much just a resculpt. He is interesting to say the least. So moving into the articulation section, I had no idea he came with like 2 hinges on the back. That is such a weird joint. So that is interesting. So he can look down about that far, which he can look at his little pecs. He can rotate side to side as well, even while he's there. So rotate side to side. Looking up, actually pretty decent, not too bad. His back muscles are huge. For the arms, he can rotate them 360 degrees. You can hear a little bit of crunching here and there, so be careful. Arms, he can definitely get them higher than a T-pose, depending on the joint. So right there, very good. You can bring down the joint if you wanted to, just to make them look a little bit more natural. Let me see if I can do that. Better, that's better. Okie dokie. Oh, that piece is falling off. We do have a bicep swivel, which works pretty well. Double jointed elbow, which I was surprised to say the least. It actually doesn't look too bad. I like it. It looks pretty decent. Very nice. Now, this guy does reflect a lot of light. I don't know if you guys see that through my camera as well. But also, torso, he can look down about that far, which is not terrible, and look up about this far. So, could be a lot better, for sure. Of course, rotate side to side, if you wanted to. And the pivoting power for this figure is actually not bad either. Well, actually, never mind. He doesn't have any pivot to the sides. So, yeah. Upper body, not too bad. It's okay. For this little drape section, we have sort of some different hinges. Now, this is completely different from what I hear from the original BROLY. The Demoniacal Fit themselves decided to go with a soft plastic for this section, which I think is really good. I actually do like it a lot. Very nice that they went with that. I heard Tamashii Nations had gone with a hard plastic, which I don't think is the greatest. But with that, it actually allows BROLY to almost do the splits, and it's mostly because of the joint that's in there, or the way that the joint or the leg is sculpted. That pelvis looks terrible. So again, an updated BROLY just in general would be great, which we will get with Beast Deities. With the legs kicking forward about this far, kicking backwards not so much because this drape doesn't move whatsoever. Knees, we got a double jointed knee, which is nicely washed on there. No calf muscle swivel. We do have a somewhat thigh swivel and a foot hinge that goes down this far and up that far with a toe hinge that actually doesn't look pretty bad. So again, this BROLY, while outdated, he has some pluses in terms of the articulation. I wouldn't say it's completely bad, but he definitely would benefit from a brand new sculpt. So yeah, let's take a look at the accessories real quick, because this guy actually still has a decent amount for the time, I think. Alright, so in terms of accessories, I actually don't mind the amount of accessories that he comes with. It actually looks pretty good. So, just looking at these accessories in general, we have 2 additional faceplates, which one of them is just a shouting faceplate. And again, the beauty on this sculpting is magnificent. And even just the printing on the face as well. Like, whatever they did to print the decals onto, or like the eyes and everything else, very well done. And that was the shouting face. Here we have the smirking face, which looks fantastic as well. That looks amazing. I love it. Now, in terms of the hands, we have an additional hand that is exclusive to Demoniacal Fit, which is to use with the full power Super Saiyan Goku, as we have here. So let me just show you real quick. You just swap out this thing, and then you just attach it right in. And again, he's not going to let go. It's BROLY after all. So you can definitely use this whenever you want. If you want to have just a display real quick for it. And it will stay on there unless you, of course, wear down the pegs. But it's literally the exact same sculpting for this Goku. So I might legit just get an additional full power Goku just to have with my BROLY displayed. We have 2 additional grasping hands as well. And 2 Ki Blast hands, and 3 Ki Blast orbs. These orbs are actually really nice. I like the way that they look. I just think that the fading on the actual paint is not completely done perfectly. We have a stand that actually holds BROLY as well. Not completely hold them in the air, maybe, but it could work. And of course, an additional arm for the Ki Blast effects. So overall, just as a little bit of a taste for the original BROLY before I actually get him in November with Tamashii Nations re-releasing him, I don't have my hopes up. I understand that the plastic quality might be a little bit better with the original one than this Demoniacal Fit one, and I really like this one. I think it's a nice quote-unquote entry-level figure that you could find right now for a reasonable price, around $66 to $70. Sometimes you might not have to pay shipping as well, so that is much cheaper than any Broly right now. So, in my opinion, I think you should get them, especially if you don't want to get the Tamashii Nations one. There's a couple of different, distinct things that actually benefit with this Broly, and those are the updated face sculpts. The face sculpts look fantastic. If you compare the face sculpts of this guy compared to the original Broly, Demoniacal fit blew them out of the water, which is surprising, to say the least. I know they like to do some fixes here and there, but hey, why not? It's amazing. The actual drape sort of section in his pelvis is soft plastic instead of hard plastic, which is what most with Tamashii Nations will most likely use yet again. So again, just be on the caution of that. And this guy comes with an additional effect that is exclusive to this figure that just holds the Super Saiyan Goku, which is amazing. I actually really love that. I think that they did a good job on it. I wish they would have done one with Vegeta, maybe, but that's probably asking too much. But yeah, I am going to give this guy an 8 out of 10. His articulation is not the greatest. I do think he definitely does need an updated sculpt, so his articulation is definitely not that great. But I think it still holds up. I don't think he has that many issues. I think just quality control stuff is always going to be varying between figure to figure, so hopefully you get a better one than mine with the foot and all that sort of stuff. I am definitely like scared of just handling this Broly as a whole, because I feel like I'm going to break him. That's just me though. Hopefully you're not as afraid as I am, because I want to preserve my things for the long run. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this Broly. I think he's good. I think for the price point, he's amazing. So I think an 8 out of 10 is more than suitable for him. But besides that, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.